Welcome back to Review Lens. What do you get when you mix a fedora, a bullwhip, a whole lot of snakes, and Harrison Ford at his coolest? You get Raiders of the Lost Ark, one of the greatest adventure movies ever made. This 1981 classic didn't just launch Indiana Jones, it redefined action movies for a whole new crowd. Thanks so much for your time today. If you enjoy movies like I do, a like and subscribe would mean a lot to me. Directed by Steven Spielberg and dreamed up by George Lucas, Raiders is fast, fun, and full of close calls, crazy stunts, and real heart. It's the kind of movie you watch with a bowl of popcorn, wide eyes, and a grin that never quits. It's not just good, it's straight up legendary. I'm lucky enough to have seen it in the theater twice. The film kicks off with that jungle scene. You know the one. Indy steps into a lost temple, dodges traps, steals a golden idol, and then outruns a giant rolling boulder like it's no big deal. That was all done without CGI, by the way. That boulder, it was real. It weighed about 300 pounds and came at Harrison Ford again and again over 5 full days of filming. Yeah, 5 days of pretending not to trip on rocks while a massive stone rolls after him. Harrison Ford did most of his own stunts, and he even bruised his ribs while shooting some of the action. But he kept going, because that's what heroes do. Now, believe it or not, Harrison Ford wasn't the first choice to play Indy. Crazy, right? George Lucas wanted a fresh face, someone who didn't already feel like a star. He'd worked with Harrison as Han Solo in Star Wars and thought folks would see Indiana Jones and just think of Han in a hat. So they looked at other actors, like Tom Selleck, who actually got the part, and then had to say no because of his show, Magnum P.I., which was filmed on location in Hawaii. So Lucas circled back to Ford, and thank goodness he did. That move gave us the Indy we still talk about over 40 years later. As strong as Ford was as the lead, the rest of the film is just as stacked. We get Marion, played by the awesome Karen Allen, who's not just a tag-along, but a tough, smart, punch-throwing partner in crime. Their chemistry sells every scene. The banter, the trust, the yelling, all of it feels real. And let's not forget that scene with the drinking contest in Nepal. That was shot during a freezing snowstorm on a soundstage, by the way, but you'd never know it. Karen Allen said her lips almost stuck to the glass from the cold. That's movie magic. Now, if we're talking about fun facts, here's a wild one. That famous scene where Indy shoots the guy with the giant sword instead of fighting him? That wasn't in the script. They'd planned a big fight scene, but Harrison Ford was really sick that day because he caught food poisoning in Tunisia. So he said, "What if I just shoot him?" Steven Spielberg laughed, said okay, and it became one of the funniest, most iconic moments in action movie history. Talk about turning a rough day into a golden scene. And here's more. The snake pit scene. Yep, real snakes. Over 7,000 of them. Spielberg said it still wasn't scary enough, so they brought in more. And that snake that hisses at Indy while he falls in? There's a clear wall of glass between them. If you slow it down, you can actually see the snake's reflection. A little movie flub, but no one minds because the scene is peak adventure. Ford was known for being chill with stunts, but he drew the line at one giant python trying to cozy up to his leg. Can you blame him? From a money point of view, the film was huge. It made over $389 million worldwide and became the highest-grossing film of 1981. No surprise there. It was nominated for 9 Oscars and took home 5. Fans didn't care about awards. We cared about that moment. Indy grabs his whip, the chase through Cairo, the truck fight, the exploding heads at the end. Yeah, exploding heads. Practical effects and all. The faces melt, the sky rips open, and boom. The Ark of the Covenant is not to be messed with. Bible stuff meets Hollywood boom. What really makes Raiders special is how it blends everything. It pays tribute to the old serial adventure shows from the 30s and 40s, but gives them a cool upgrade. It has humor, danger, puzzles, chills. It makes you feel like a kid, no matter your age. Spielberg and Lucas knew exactly what they wanted to make, and they trusted each other to go big and bold. Every time you think Indy is safe, something worse happens, but we never stop rooting for him. That's storytelling at its best. So, if you've somehow never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, stop what you're doing right now. Seriously, go watch it. And if you've seen it before, watch it again. Trust me, it holds up. The pacing, the score by John Williams, which is fantastic, by the way, the camera work, the stunts. It's all a blueprint on how to make a movie unforgettable. Harrison Ford made Indy a legend, but it's the whole team behind Raiders who made movie history. This isn't just an old action flick. It's a great example of thrills done right. So what do you think about Raiders? How many of you saw it in the theater? What's the best scene? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reviews and deep dives into great movies like Raiders. One of my all-time favorites. See you on the next one. Save us a balcony seat and extra butter on the popcorn.